Hey y'all, what's going on? Hey Kyra. Hey Kyra. Tag everybody. Everybody you can think of to jump on because I got something to tell y'all. I got something to say. I got something to say. Praying that everybody's Monday is going well. I'm tagging as many people as I can. I am not gonna wait too long to do so, but I'm trying to tag everybody who was a part of this. I know I tagged y'all in the status, but I just wanted to tag y'all so y'all can know that I am on. Your girl is on. Your girl is on. Hope y'all are having a good Monday. Y'all, it has been raining down. And I was so wishing that I was home in the bed while it was doing so. Yes, indeed. Okay, I see y'all coming on. I'm going to try not to be too long. I'm going to try to make this as quick as I possibly can. If y'all don't see, if y'all see that I miss somebody, please, please, please tag them and let them know that I am getting on here. I am almost done. And then let's do it this way. All right, I see my brother Ty is on. I see Kyra is on. And for anybody else who is joining, I think I saw Marthenia. I'm not sure, but anybody else who is joining, hey everybody, Ricaria Crawford here. I got something to say. I have something to tell you all. First and foremost, this past Saturday was absolutely phenomenal. I had so many people reaching out in regards to their excitement, even people communicating as far as things that they were going through weeks leading up to the event, and I had no words. I couldn't articulate in totality of what God had given me when it comes to the gathering of worshipers when sound meets Levitical posture. The only thing I could tell you, the only thing that I could elaborate was that y'all needed to be in the room. And I understand now why. For those of you who don't know, the Lord gave me the vision for the gathering of worshipers 2 years ago. However, that version of it was geared towards suicide prevention awareness. For those of you who don't know, I have a testimony of attempted expiration for myself, and of course it did not work. The enemy did not win, and so I did that just to raise awareness for people who may be struggling in their minds, who may be struggling in their thoughts when it comes to themselves and so many other life challenges and everything. And so the one I hosted 2 years ago was simply to raise awareness for suicide prevention awareness. And so, of course, I I originally intended for it to be every year, and then last year so many things were going on, and the Lord was like, just continue to work, continue to seek my face. And so I did. Fast forward to the end of 2025 going into 2026, I literally was awakened from my sleep, from a dream that the Lord had given me in regards to doing it again. And it was so detailed, it was so specific in who, when, what, where, how, all of those things. The Lord gave me answers to. And so I reached out to my brother Sam Franklin, who was my musical director. I reached out to my brother Ty Swift, to just inform them of what the vision the Lord had given me. Sam, for those of you who don't know, I shared this vision with him for the first one, and he has been one of the biggest supporters, one of the biggest friends that, I have had the honor of working with, who I call family, who I call my brother. And so it wasn't even a thought of who I would get to help me with this. So fast forward, Saturday was definitely one for the books. Everybody is asking me, how do you feel? How do you feel? Y'all, I am still processing everything that has transpired. I was just talking to um my best friend, and I was telling her, like, it all hit me last night, and I have literally been crying, weeping and wailing all day long from what the Lord did in the room on Saturday. And so this live is to simply thank so many people who were a part of this amazing event. For starters, I could not have done this without God. Absolutely not. He is the reason that I am still here. He is the reason that I say yes. God is so faithful, and I dare not honor his faithfulness by not doing and walking in who God has called me to be. Um, I also want to take the time to thank my best friend, my sister Tiara Oliver. Sorry, y'all. Assistant Pastor Tiara Oliver of Yoda Transformation Center. One of my friends, Sharita Cook, who has literally, hear me when I tell y'all this, these two ladies have literally walked with me throughout this entire process of just being encouraging, of just their excitement, of their support, of sharing it with people, just pouring into me, especially in those moments, because I've been fasting nonstop. Whether try to intervene and discourage, however, these two ladies have held me accountable. They've held me up, and they have been in my corner since day one. And so, Assistant Pastor Tiara Oliver, my friend Sharita Cook, thank y'all so much. And I literally just told y'all about my brother Sam Franklin the Fourth, who was my MD for this event, who pulled the band together. I wholeheartedly love these guys so much, and just for them to begin with an instrumental idea that I had, especially to honor the late Richard Smallwood. My brother Sam Franklin, he's a huge Richard Smallwood fan, and so it was so befitting for what we were there for, to open up with an instrumental for everybody to just hone in on the Father, to get their minds tapped into what the evening was all about. So I could not have done this without my brother Sam Franklin the Fourth. We had my brother Ty Swift, who was on organ. We had the amazing James Douglas II, who was on keys. We had my brother Tim Hayes, who was on ox. We had our brother Brandon Rice on lead guitar. We had Deskin Turner, Mr. Smack himself, on bass, and we had my brother Sam Franklin the Fourth on drums. Y'all, if you know anything about prophetic worship settings, you know that it's very important and you have to be very strategic with being able to understand that you can't just have musicians in spaces like that. You have to have minstrels. You have to have people who have a relationship with the Father and who are very sensitive to the voice of the Father, who knows how to read the room, who allows the Spirit to lead and guide them. My only comment, my only ask of them was that they allow the Holy Spirit to move, that they were free to flow. I wasn't worried about perfection. I wasn't worried about a song being formatted in a particular way. I sent the songs of what the psalmist sent to me, and I allowed them to be as free as possible to create, especially the instrumental that they did honoring Richard Smallwood, which was Total Praise. I appreciate these guys so much for just their hearts, for their willingness, even in their yes to not just me, but to God. We had a huge snow icing here, and I had to push the date back because of so much ice the weekend that it was originally set for. And so reaching back out to them to see if they were available, there wasn't any hesitancies. They was like, sure, we'll be there. And so I appreciate y'all so much. And I'll just do this in this order because it helps me to remember. To my brother Christian Pipkin, the Christian Malik Pipkin, I thank you so much for stepping in to run sound, to do the live stream, just making sure everything ran smoothly, making sure that the background singers could hear themselves. I appreciate you so much. I honor all of you guys. I don't take your gifts for granted. I appreciate you. And please believe me that we are not done. And I am just blessed to have each and every one of you a part of this night. And trust me, we ain't done yet. I will definitely be getting with each of you in regards to what the Lord has coming up for us next. I'll move into these amazing background singers who I have been getting compliments non-stop. Just so y'all know, we only had one rehearsal. We had one rehearsal, which was Monday, the Monday before the event. And everybody came in. They were so worried about just having everything perfect, having everything right. And I respect that and I honor that so much because, I mean, it just speaks for the spirit of excellence that we all share with one another in our desire to please God and to make sure that we had everything right, because we did not practice with the lead psalmist. We didn't practice with the band. The only moments that we got together were doing sound check. And so for y'all to mesh well together, to blend together, and to just show up to be of great assistance to help me, to ask, is there anything that I need? Just the willingness to pray together, to fast together without me even having to ask. I could not have asked for a better group of worshipers. I could not have asked for a better group of people to assemble together to help me to carry out this vision. So I wholeheartedly want to thank Jaden Bowen, who was not able to be with us due to being under the weather. However, I appreciate you so much for your willingness. I have my brother Zion Brown. I had my brother Dunteris Pate, my sister Marshayla Shelton, who was also not able to be there due to scheduling conflicts. However, I appreciate you so much for just your encouragement and just making sure that I understand that you still support and you're still praying. To the Kyra Logan, thank you. To my sister Lauren Wallace and to Leah Wright, I appreciate each and every one of you. So I'm letting y'all know now. Go ahead and get ready. Because God has some amazing things in store for us, and we will definitely talk soon about what is to come. And for those of you who were not there, from left to right, Brother Brandon Rice, Brother Tim Hayes, Brother Tyrone Smith, Brother Sam Franklin, Brother James Douglas II, and Brother Deskin Turner. Those were our minstrels and the background singers. Now let me just go ahead and dive right on into oh Lord Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna try to make it through this without the tears and all of the things. And so I'll begin with the intercessors. Of course, we had Prophet Cameron Hubbard, who, man, this young man is a force to be reckoned with. He does not play with the enemy. He does not play with the enemy at all. And I appreciate him so much for just coming forth. Hey, Sis Serenia. Hey, Pastor Marilyn. Hey, Sis Tierra. Y'all stay on. Please don't go anywhere. Y'all, I thank Brother Cameron, Prophet Cameron Hubbard. Next, we had my sister, Assistant Pastor Tierra Rochelle Oliver. There are no words. Of course, I told y'all I thank her so much for just being there the entire step of the way. My sis would text just randomly, hey, do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? Because she knows that I'm always on the go and just wanted to make sure that I did not forget anything. However, listen, since day one of us being friends, she has always just been that person who I knew could get a prayer through, who I knew would stop anything that was going on just to intercede, just to pray. And so it wasn't even a second guess of having her again this year. And then we had my other friend, my other best friend, Anthony Tyrell James. A lot of people said that, oh my goodness, I did not know that Anthony, AJ, whatever y'all call him, I did not know that he had all of that inside of him. Y'all, if y'all only knew, I appreciate him so much because if there is anything technical or anything that needs to be done, I can always call on AJ. He's very brilliant at just all things creativity, all things information when it comes to just getting things together. He definitely has the spirit of administration, the office of administration. And so I thank these three, AJ, my sister Tierra, and Cameron, so much for just being a part and for listen. ushering the presence of the good Lord in. Oh God, it just flowed so well together. And I just thank y'all so much for your yes and your willingness to be a part of this. Cameron Hubbard, I did not get a chance to hug you, but I appreciate you so, so much for your yes, because I literally just asked him, I think a week before, if I'm not mistaken. And he was like, absolutely. And so thank you so, so, so much. And let's mosey on down this highway to these amazing psalmists. So first, we have, drum roll please. Drum to the roll to the please. We had my sis, Rorikia Westbrook, Minister Rowe. There are no words. She just always takes us there. And it's not funny, but it is funny because all of us had literally been attacked the entire week. Rose showed up. Something had just happened literally the same day. And she still poured out the way that she did, set us up for what needed to be done. Minister Rolf, thank you, and I am definitely gonna call you when I get off of here. It's your breath in our lungs that carried us the whole night. Everybody kept referencing the breath of God, the breath that He's given. Ooh, okay. Next, we had my brother Paul Claxton. So many know him as a musician. So many know, of course, his family and the things that they do. Paul does not sing often, and so I knew just from our relationship and just being around that he's definitely a worshiper at heart. And I knew when the Lord showed me his face, I was like, okay, God, let's see where this goes. And so, brother Paul Claxton, thank you. He has always been a great support to me, and vice versa. Every last person on here, I guarantee you, have been supporters of Recuria LaCorsica Crawford. And there is absolutely nothing that they can ask me that I do not show up for. Why? Because they would do the same. Not saying that I feel like I have to pay them back, but when you have people that you know love you and know that they support the God in you and the gifts that are on the inside of you, please support and just show how much you appreciate with your actions and not just your words. And so, Paul, thank you so much. I want to thank my sister prophetess Paula Hollins. Paula Coleman Hollins, an amazing musician. For those of you who did not know, Paula was one of the top organists in the city of Memphis. She doesn't do it too much now, but just let me know, and I want to let y'all know. First, let me know if y'all know that she is an amazing organist. Have you ever heard her play? If not, ooh, I'm so sorry, because she really does not do it anymore. But I'm here to tell you, you can take my word for it. However, I'm here to let you know that not only is she an amazing musician, but the Paula Hollins is a worshiper to the core. She is a worshiper to the core. And she has always supported. She has always encouraged. And so, Prophetess Paula, thank you so much for just being there. Like, if any of these people show up, y'all, I promise you, just their presence alone means the world to me. Prophetess Paula didn't have a voice in sound check. Hear me. She did not have a voice in sound check. I grabbed the mic and I said, preserve what you have. And by the time that lady got up, Y'all go back and watch the replay if y'all were not a part. However, when Prophetess Paula got up, cutthroat, and that set her up for Psalmist Serenia Childress. I have gotten so many calls, texts about Serenia Childress. Y'all, this lady here, I have no words. If you want to know how to worship, if you want to know what worship looks like, even if you have had the worst of days, this lady here, her voice, her ministry, her heart towards God is so contagious. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Serenia, to each of you. Serenia, to Prophetess Paula, to Minister Rowe, to Paul Claxton, for your yes. I knew it was a God thing, but Saturday, I knew it was a God thing because I did not have to tell anybody what to do. As a matter of fact, I asked each psalmist to send me their songs before I even posted what everybody was singing, because I did not want choices to be the reason that they chose whatever song they were going to choose. Not saying that they would, because every person that I had on for that night does not do anything without consulting the Father. So let's just get that understood. However, everybody, AP, listen, sis, real demon slayer, do you hear me? I called to say thank you today. And like I did when I was on the phone trying to record a voice memo to you, baby, that voice of mine got to shaking. I said, don't worry about it. I'm just going to go live. And I thank God, y'all, because every time I mentioned Saturday earlier, the tears began to flow. So thank you all so much for your presence on Saturday. To my brother Lamar Bowen, he will not get this, but I will send this to him. He gave a little bit of his testimony. He was a part of the original date. However, some things transpired to where he could not be a part. And I'm not going to say what it was because y'all should have been there. Go back and watch the live. Share this. Share the live with as many people as y'all possibly can. However, his testimony. Oh, God. Here they come. I was so glad to have my brother in the room. He's definitely been one of my greatest supporters, hands down. And even with this whole process, I didn't call neither time to say, will you be there? Hey, are you still coming? And all of those things. And when he walked through the door, I immediately broke because I know what God has done in his life and everything. So yeah, that was amazing in itself. It was so good that he was there to just share a little bit of his testimony of how the Lord has just been God, how he's just been faithful. And so to my brother Lamar Bowen, thank you so much. I definitely want to thank my pastor, overseer, Renice Ward Stevenson, who ended the night on a bang. Y'all, I told the band and I told everybody, I said, we are not playing no click track and we are not shouting. This is not what the night is all about. And I'd be doggone if the night didn't end that way. But it ended on a high. After everybody released, after everybody worshiped, the sound of freedom was definitely in the room. So thank you so much, Pastor. She has always pushed me beyond push. She has always pushed me and just encouraged me to do what it is that God has called me to do, to not be confined to what church looks like, to not be confined with what the norm is. And so I thank you and appreciate you so much for being there in the midst of all that all of us have going on. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And to my spiritual father, Dr. Everett McBee, who was there to just do what he does best, to let us know the promises of God and the benefits of just trusting God's hand, trusting God's word, and trusting his heart, and being able to steward those things that God has given us well. He has always supported literally everything that I have done. Everything. Every elevation, every opportunity, utilizing the gifts that God has given me, sowing into the gifts that God has given me. So yeah, having those two was not even a second thought. To be a part of this amazing opportunity to worship God. A few things that I did not share on that night. Not you felt it in your left hand. Um, don't start, Serenia. Okay? Alright, don't start. Do not start. Roll. Hey sis, thank you so much for joining. And thank you for being there. I don't know if you were on when I thanked you for just being there. And I'm definitely still praying for you, and will call you as soon as I get off of here. There were a few things that I did not mention. However, before I move forward, like I said, as far as our worship leaders, our minstrels, our psalmists for the night, I already introduced y'all to the minstrels. I introduced y'all to the intercessors. Here are the psalmists again. For starters, we had my sister, Minister Roe Westbrook. After her, it was Elder Paul Claxton. After him, it was Prophetess Paula Hollins. And after her, to end it, was my sis, Psalmist Serenia Childress. And listen, I am grateful. That's all I can say. And of course, the night, my covering and my spiritual father, my pastor, General Overseer Renice Ward Stevenson, and my papa himself, Dr. Everett McBee. And so thank y'all so much. This night could not have been possible without some people who really supported for the night. To a couple of sponsors who I did not mention on the night of, we had my brother, one of my biggest supporters, sponsor partner, Elder Christopher Little. We had my brother, Minister Tyrone Swift, and my sister, Jamaica Britton, who helped and supported and were sponsor partners for the gathering of worshipers when sound meets Levitical posture. Because of them and because of the seeds that were sown, everything was taken care of. And so I just really appreciate them for their belief and their support in the vision that God has given and will continue to be walked out, y'all. Saturday was not the end of what is to come. And speaking of what is to come, drum roll, please. Devin, girl, stop. No, ma'am, you are good. You have always supported and prayed. You are fine. And so, drum roll, please. Coming up 2027, um, I want to announce that the Gathering of Worshipers will be partnering with Georgia. That's right. The Gathering of Worshipers will be traveling to Georgia to partner with a ministry there. The meeting has already been had. We're already in the works of just getting logistics and everything out of the way. And so, y'all, the Lord is expanding. He's calling me to go ye therefore, and that is what I am doing. And my heart and my belief is that everybody Saturday will be able to be a part of this. Even if you aren't able to go, we'll be having a meeting soon just about just y'all being a part and being supporters of this amazing opportunity that the Lord has entrusted me with. And so the Gathering of Worshipers going to Georgia, y'all. So, oh God, some more announcements, some more things are happening, but I just wanted to share that with everybody that this is what the Lord is doing. Um, I know y'all saw the shirts that we had on for the event, and our background singers have already asked me to make the shirt that I had on available. And so I will get with y'all ASAP because, yeah, I'm just going to pre-release it for y'all right now, okay? But, however, if you are interested in getting um, a shirt from me, please, please, please reach out to me, inbox me, and I will be more than happy to get that to you. Um, Listen, the Gathering of Worshipers is for everybody. Um, the vision behind it was to create a safe space for everybody. For those of you who don't know, I have so many friends, so many associates who don't do church anymore. If I can just be completely honest, if they can be completely honest, and to have them in the room and to show up and to say, Recuria, you've given me hope. You've allowed my faith to be strengthened. And so that's why I was very adamant of letting you know to dress comfortably, to worship how you feel you need to. Saturday night was not about me. It was not about us, those of us who were leading. It was simply about you and the Lord. Whatever that looks like for you, whatever your worship looks like for you and the Father, do it. We opened up the night with me giving an instruction of simply getting away from what the norm is of coming into a service or a concert, sitting down, being spectators. No, get away from what is the normal church stuff. Get away from the normal posture of what worship may look like. No, we're going to stand up. We're going to get away from being comfortable and stand and just move away from those things that may cause us to be distracted or may be hindrances of us hearing what the Father has to say. And so the Gathering of Worshipers, specifically when sound meets Levitical posture, is simply us being the blueprint of what worship is, what worship sounds like. Without the music, are we still able to worship God? Or is that what prompts us? Is that what moves us to say thank you? And so I have no I have no negatives. I have no um hesitancies when it comes to moving forward in what the Lord has called me to do. And so I am grateful. I have a grateful heart. I'm so thankful. A lot of my friends showed up. Paul Taylor, thank you so much. Sarah, thank you. Um, thank y'all, man. I I could not have done this without your support. To Lady PT, she knows who she is. Thank you for being there. To my brother and longtime friend Markevius Faulkner, who was there. To my sister, Tiffany Shelton and Darius Lauderdale. Thank y'all. I can always count on those four to show up for Recuria. Always. To my church family, Gilded Transformation Center, thank y'all for being in attendance. Thank you so much. To Refreshing Hub, Pastors April James and Pastor Daryl James, thank y'all so much for being there. Um, to Tawana Braxton, thank you. I saw you and did not get a chance to hug you. Thank you so much for being there. To everybody who showed up, whether you were there for me, whether you were there supporting somebody else, thank you so much. To my friend Stephen, Tate, to David, to Ronald, thank you for being there. Y'all, I am just grateful. Pastor Kenneth Hollins, thank you so much for your support, for your sowing, for you just being who you are. Pastor Paula, Prophetess Paula, Pastor Kenneth are some of the most supportive leaders in the entire world. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for just always being supportive. Pastor Marilyn, thank you for being there. Brennan, I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I believe that is all. So yeah, I just wanted to get on and thank everybody for your support, for you just being in the room. I have something coming up, however, I want to announce it until the Lord allows me to release it. However, again, shirts, if you want one, please just inbox me, text me, call me to let me know. Background singers, for the oversized distress shirt, please inbox me, text me to let me know that you want one, and I'll let you know how much it will be as well. I think that is all I have, y'all. Thank you again so much, and I appreciate you. Once again, the Gathering of Worshipers, Georgia, coming up really, really soon. Again, to the sponsors who helped to make this event possible, my brother, Elder Christopher Little, Minister Tyrone Smith, and my sister Jamaica Britton. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And if you did not know, or if you were not aware, the Gathering of Worshipers, when sound meets Levitical posture, is simply an atmosphere, a space, a safe space created for us to get together, not just believers, but those who are inquisitive, those who have questions, for them to just feel safe enough to want to know who our God is, who Jesus is, and to be able to show them who Jesus is through our worship. And so that's what that is. The call as we gather for when sound meets Levitical posture, it's there what the ultimate goal was. And so that's it. That's all, y'all. I had to get on here and thank everybody. I haven't been able to post because I have been very busy. This was a busy week for me. However, I will make a post, but I did not want y'all to think that I was ungrateful or that I forgot, because I did not. But I wanted you to hear my heart and to see my face, that I appreciate y'all so much, and I could not have done this without you, and I'm so grateful that God showed me your faces. Until next time, y'all, love y'all, and I will see y'all soon. Peace out.